dynasty in the Ulu Kingdom. Currently, I am the Abade of the ancient Ulu Kingdom and His Royal Majesty's Chancellor. I'm a lawyer professionally. I was a civil servant for 27 years, voluntarily retired 2003. My last position was Federal Director of Pension South. I was a revenue generating institution here or agency of federal government, and one of my functions was reimbursing the states, about 5 states of the southern geopolitical zone, the pension paid by the federal government. I'm a very humble person from a very humble background. I'm a Catholic, I'm a knight of the Catholic Church. And the bogus coup, I accept it to the glory of God. Because actually I've made a lot of impact both in the federal setup and the state government. And also personally as myself as a charismatic leader. One of my very close associates, Uchi, the right honorable Uchi, reached out to me after we came back from London and asked me that he wants to run for governorship. I should be one of the first elected. I said, I'm in PDP. He said, no, I should come to APC. That was how I entered APC in 2016. Now, it is not just because he asked me to. It is because of what I saw as, not playing a kind of standard that is not equitable. I looked at the federal setup, and I knew too that at the head of affairs in federal government is APC. That was where Buhari was in power. So it's not just also position that people talk about. They're talking about acceptability within the realm of leadership. I understand, and when you are accepted in the realm of leadership, you know that if anything comes out of it, you will definitely be nominated to do something because they now know you are pedigree, they know you are chosen, and they know what you can do and how you can perform. So on the strength of that, I helped Uche, but it didn't work out. Mwagige was nominated, that's in there. Was nominated and we all started working for him. So what I am trying to tell you is, when it is not very comfortable for you, and when you see that certain things are maybe beyond your imagination, and things that are supposed to be happening are not happening, you have to identify with the people that it has to happen with. Do you understand? So, and I believe that is also the reason why PDP eventually collapsing now. It's looking at it that their boat is capsizing, and therefore, if they want to be relevant in the affair of Nigeria, they should identify with the federal government in order to continue to possibly do the good work they said they were doing in the state, and that goes around so many of the PDP states now that have joined the APC. Now, that is generally what has happened up to this particular moment. Now, the fusion of the two parties should have been a very good association, because most of us who were who left for APC for one or two reasons, you understand, were the builders of PDP. You understand? At inception from 1999. So we seem to understand ourselves. So the fusion of the two parties should have been a very seamless amalgamation. You understand? But Nigeria, from the way you see it, people are no longer looking at what Nigeria and its citizens will gain. They are looking at their personal gain. You understand? And that is why most of them become violent in election, do all sorts of things. But they say party's interest. By extension, our citizens' interest. Then I sat down. You understand? But many Nigerians don't know how to do that. It is not out of place that humility has sometimes to play a role in people's life. And also doggedness too, you understand, also has to play a role at a particular time. Because it's not every day you leave somebody's ear to be slapped by somebody else. You understand? So you try to blend these two things and possibly come out with a proper situation of things in order not to lose face in situations. You understand? So, like I said, the mention of the two parties, knowing fully well that almost about 50 or 60% of, about 60% of people in APC Prevo, they are PDP members. You understand? Then you now see a situation where being disgruntled and left, caused by the people who actually caused that, is now coming to join you again. That is where most of them now have, those people who doesn't have forgiving spirit, start having problem now. And that is why possibly this dichotomies of factionalization and the rest of things. You understand? But in the actual fact, it's not supposed to be so. The president, in his own wisdom, has felt that Delta State is very relevant in affairs of running this country because of the oil nature, the coastal nature, and the rest of the integrity of the people who are from Delta. And felt that, well, if Delta is not part of the people that are making decisions, the decision that will affect Delta, who are going to be the people responsible for it, so that we can all build together. Now it is left on the both parties in the state to sit down on a drawing board. You understand? And first of all, identify the previous problem that made some people to leave. You understand? Because when those people left, you understand, they went to help the APC to build a house. You understand? And when you meet somebody, whose house you have come in, you understand, and they offers you chair to sit down, the best thing to do is for both of you to sit down for the interest of the whole of your people to fashion out a way and fashion out kind of ideas in order to carry where you came forward. You understand? Just like I said earlier, the personal interest syndrome, and I am the greatest, I am the lowest. Even most of them don't even know the functions of their post, because there is function by protocol and there is function by function. You understand? And if all of us understand the function constitutionally given to us, and the priority is also a prerogative given to us by protocol, we should know where our seats are and sit there. You don't need to be told, you now claim you are this one, are bigger than the other one. But by protocol, you know exactly where you're supposed to stay. And you're not supposed, you don't want to stand there because some people are outside telling you, no, now you be leader. The other one, now you not be leader. The other one, now you be leader. That's what is causing all this problem. What you are going to do, like I said, being reasonable and charismatic that most of them claim to be, you should sit down on the dialogue. Currently, the party structure is what is ruling Delta now, APC party structure. And the administrative structure headed by the governor too is still intact. The cabinet has not been dissolved. What they are doing now is trying to blend, functions until the Congress comes. So the best way forward is for all of us to make sure that the Congress we are going to produce is not a Congress that is factionalized. They should know that public office is not a do or die affair. And secondly, people should know their limits. You understand? People should also know that, well, I have said, am I going to die in this position? People should know that if they had served and built capacity, that is one of the things that I like Jagaba, and that is the president. It started from the foundation of action. You understand? With only about 5 or 6 days in the Western Nigeria, he was able to co-opt Buhari with his own party. You understand? Which eventually merged to his own and eventually produced Buhari as the president of the country. So when you really call it Jagaba, it is really a Jagaba. It's a political par excellence, a politician par excellence. He's a coordinator. He understands what the country is. He's one of the greatest presidents I've ever seen in this country that has managed the country the way a country is supposed to be managed. That he should continue to govern us with his goodwill, with his perceptions, and with the only thing that we are looking at now is industrialization, because the resources are there. You understand? For our dollar, our naira to have a dollar parity, the industries has to be woken up. Agriculture is already being woken up. We should be able to add value to agricultural raw products. We should be able to go to space. We should be able to, put superstructures. We should be able to do so many things. In fact, Nigerians are one of the most intelligent species of human beings that I've seen in this world, because anywhere they go, they excel. You understand? So we should be able to call our brothers and sisters and create an environment. Not like when you call somebody who is a very nice place, NASA, you give him one small place and you tell him, you give him naira as salary, then what do you want him to perform? You understand? So we should harmonize, since we know we have most of all these people overseas who are doing their best to help Americans and to help the world, and they are Nigerians. We should create an enabling environment for them to come and receive even 50% more what they are taking overseas, to enable them stay and do what they are doing over there. Because we have all, we have everything. We have natural resources, we have human resources, we have the air, we have the land, arable land. There's nothing we don't have in this country. We have the minerals. You understand? So it is only to get, since we have credited him on managing of human beings, we should also know how to manage our resources. Because once he pulls those two, Nigeria,